China puts the brakes on India's rare earth magnet tech race. 21 companies hold their breath. Sometimes, the real crisis isn't what's visible in front of us, but what silently brews behind the curtain. And this time, the crisis didn't come in the form of a bomb, missile, or cyber attack. It came through a simple no or yes written on a piece of paper, thousands of kilometers away in another country. The future of several top Indian companies now hangs on a single license from China. And as each day passes, the tension rises, because this isn't just a story of business, this is about the future of India's technology. Today, we'll dive deep into this topic. But before that, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you stay updated with all our latest videos. Now, let's begin today's discussion without any further delay. The summer heat of July hasn't even fully arrived yet, but sweat is already visible on the brows of India's mobile and electric vehicle companies. The reason? Rare earth magnets, without which neither a mobile phone functions nor an EV runs. These are the critical materials without which technology comes to a standstill. And right now, 21 major Indian companies are just waiting for a yes from China so they can procure these magnets. Just a few weeks ago, this number was 11, meaning 11 companies were waiting on licenses from China. But now that number has risen to 21. And each day, the number seems to grow, slowly but effectively, just like a strategic move from China. Think about it. Major companies like Bosch India, TVS Motor, Mehle Electric Drives India, and UNO Minda are on the verge of halting production. These are not small-time startups. These are the names that form the backbone of India's tech industry. Another name has now been added to this list, Sona Comstar. And behind that name is another story, one from Bollywood. This is the same company once owned by Sanjay Kapoor, the former husband of Karisma Kapoor. He recently passed away. But even his company is now caught in the web of Chinese licensing. They applied for the license, but due to a paperwork error, their application was rejected. They've reapplied, but now they too stand in the same line, where each passing day adds a new layer of anxiety. It's not just a simple case of companies applying for licenses and China refusing to grant them. The reality is, China introduced a new rule in April. Now, if any company wants to export rare earth magnets, they must first obtain a license. And not just that, they also have to submit a certificate declaring that the magnets will not be used in the manufacturing of any destructive weapons. In other words, China has now become not just the supplier, but also the judge, deciding what India will get and when. But the real question is, why this sudden change? Experts say this is a retaliatory move against the tariffs imposed by Donald Trump on China during his presidency. However, recently, a deal was reached between the US and China, and the supply of rare earths to the US has resumed. But India is still waiting. So, the very country, America, that made the first move against China has been forgiven, while India is being punished. Is this just a coincidence? Or is there something deeper brewing in China's strategy against India? This isn't just about licenses, it's a message from China to India, a slow but strategic strike. The Indian government understands this. Talks are ongoing, but no concrete resolution has emerged yet. And until then, 21 companies wake up every morning checking their emails, hoping that maybe today they'll receive a yes from China. But why does China want this control? The answer lies in the global supply chain. Who is the largest producer of rare earth magnets? China. Who handles the processing? China. The finishing? Once again, China. Even if the raw materials come from Myanmar, the US, Australia, or Nigeria, the final stamp belongs to China. And until that stamp is placed, the entire world's technology holds its breath. India isn't just a victim of this, it's the most vivid example. From the auto industry to the mobile sector, all are crashing into this invisible wall. According to the Society of Indian Automobile Manufacturers, 52 Indian companies import these rare magnets from China. Just imagine, if the license isn't granted by early July, production will halt. And once production stops, the impact won't just be on the companies, it'll affect the daily lives of people like you and me. The mobile phone you use, your electric bike or car, your smartwatch, even MRI machines, all rely on rare earth magnets. If these aren't available, it won't just hurt companies, prices of these products in the market will skyrocket. And an even greater threat is that India has, for now, remained only a consumer. We have reserves of rare earth elements, but lack both the technology and the processing units. In other words, the gold is under our soil, but we don't have the tools to refine it. The government has indeed begun the process of granting licenses to some private companies, but until the entire value chain, from mining to processing, is built within India, China's shadow will continue to loom over us. On a global level, a strategic race for rare earth magnets has now begun. The US and European nations have started seeking alternative sources. They understand that depending on China is now a risk. India also has a chance to emerge as an alternative hub, but this will require more than slogans. It will demand investment, scientific research, and strong government support. Now the question arises, are we truly prepared? Today, India stands at a crossroads where technology and strategy meet. On one side is the dream of an Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliant India, and on the other, the hard reality of a Chinese license. And that reality reminds us that dreams alone are not enough. They require concrete actions. At this moment, both the Indian government and all of us need to work on two levels. First, find immediate solutions to ensure that production does not come to a halt. And second, formulate a long-term strategy so that we never have to depend on a country like China again.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources: news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.